everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to day 10 of Everyday October. And this is also an everyday makeup Monday, so I'm just getting ready for a day at work. This is a very standard makeup look for me, something that I wear all the time, whether it's autumn or not, but especially in autumn I feel like this look just comes into its own. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of skincare. I have done my skincare for the day, but I just feel like my skin needs a little bit extra love, so I'm going in with the Boots Glow Essence Serum. I like using this under my makeup when my skin is feeling especially dry, like it is today. This serum just soaks into the skin so nicely, really like boosts how my skin feels. Like regardless of how it looks, this just makes my skin feel incredible. So hydrated, so like plump and perfect for a base under makeup. Now I am applying this and my face is going to go bright red, but that's just because I'm touching it. It is very, very highly scented. It does smell like almost like rose scented sweets. I don't like the scent. I don't like scent in any of my products, but this one is just quite overpowering, but it just leaves my skin feeling so lovely. So once I've given that a little second to sink in, I'm going to go in with concealer, and I feel like I need quite a bit of help today. I don't know, I feel like on camera it doesn't show up like the redness in my cheeks or like my dark inner corners of my eyes, but in real life I am looking quite tired. So I'm going in with the Revolution Conceal and Hydrated Concealer. This is the concealer that just keeps on going. Like, this has been in my project pan for the longest time and it just doesn't seem to want to give up. Like, there's so much product left in here, but it has felt like it's been running out forever. So I don't know how much longer I've got with this, but it's probably going to still be quite a while yet. I am going to put a little bit down the centre of my face as well, just to like brighten up down at the centre, and then I'm going to blend this out with a brush. This is the Real Techniques contour brush, the brush that I always use for my concealer. I just think it blends it out so quickly. This concealer truly works magic. Like, I look like I've had a full night's sleep, don't I? The magic that this concealer can cover up, it's such a good one. For bronzer, I'm actually going in with two. I'm going in with a cream bronzer and then a powder bronzer. So the cream one that I'm going in with, this is the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in the shade Light. This is so pigmented. Go in with the tiniest bit, like, just watch. I go in like this, a few little taps, and that's enough to do both sides. And then if I start blending this out, I'll get a bit more product on the brush and there'll be enough to do like across my forehead as well. It is so pigmented. Like, I would go as far to say it's too pigmented. Like, it's so easy to go overboard, and like, trust me when I say I often go overboard with it, because it's just so pigmented that it's so easy to just get that tiny little bit too much product on your brush. So I have dry skin, so I don't feel the need to like set the concealer that I put on. If you had more normal or oily skin, you may need to set this, but I'm not going to today. I'm going to go straight in with my powder bronzer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Bronzer in the shade 250 Light, and I'm just going to tap this with a fluffy brush all over where I've put that cream bronzer to set it in, but also I just really like the undertone of this bronzer. It's a lot warmer than the cream bronzer that we've put on. Again, this is very, very pigmented, so again, approach with caution. But I'm just going to warm up where that cream one was more of a contour shade on my skin tone. This is much warmer and much more bronzy. And then for blush, I'm going in with this Collection Glow Blush in the shade 7 Cherry, and I'm just going to use the same brush and tap in lightly to that and tap it quite far back and quite high up on the cheeks. Because I have quite a lot of redness like in the centre of my face, I don't like to bring my blusher too far in, so I just like to keep it quite far back. So I'm quickly going to go off camera and do my brows. I'm using the XX Revolution Faux Brow in the shade Medium Brown and my e.l.f. Wow Brow in the shade Brunette. So I'll be right back when I've got some brows on my head. Brows are on. So for the eyes, I'm going back in with that Revolution Cream Bronzer with a sort of very dense flat shading brush, and I just want to get a little bit of that on there, work it into the brush just on the back of my hand, and I want to start building up a really cool toned base on the lid. This will just help all of these shadows really pop, and also it'll help them last all day. So I'm just going to pack this all over the lid, and then we will go over it with this eyeshadow palette to set it down and to just add a bit more depth. But this is the base colour. So once that's all on, like so, you could just leave it at this, but I'm going to dial it up a little bit. This is the Revolution Forever Flawless Allure palette, and I'm going to go in with this matte shade on the bottom row here called Charisma on a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend over the edges of that cream bronzer that we've already put down with this, which is more of a warm tone, just to blend that out into the skin. And then we will go in with another shade all over the lid, and that'll be it. Like, it's a really simple look, but I feel like the cool tones and like everything all together, and also the lip that I have planned, it all makes it really like autumnal and deep, hopefully. So then I'm going in just with the same brush into this shade here, which is a little bit deeper and a little bit darker, and also really, really nice and cool toned, and that's called Infatuation. And I'm going to take that on the same brush, load it up, and tap that over the lid, and I'm just blending that into that first warmer tone, that Charisma, just so that it's blended, but I don't want that cool tone to go too high. I don't want this to be too dark and smoky. I feel like having that lighter, slightly warmer shade makes this a lot more wearable. Maybe that's just me. And then I'm going in with a much smaller fluffy brush, really pointed fluffy brush, and I'm going into that Infatuation shade, and I'm going to look up into my mirror and run that all the way along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to dip into Charisma and blend that further down. So it is smoky, but it has that fade between the cool tone and then the warm tone, sort of all the way round. So once I've got all of that colour on, I'm just going back over with that big fluffy brush, making sure there aren't any edges anywhere. Everything's really nicely blended into where it wants to be. And then I think that that's the eyeshadow done. You could absolutely add a glitter. This palette has so many beautiful glitters in it. Do I want to add a glitter? No, I don't. I don't. Put it away. Put it away. I always add glitter, and I feel like I want to do something more matte today. For mascara, I'm going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I just want something quite like long and spidery rather than what I normally do, which is like thick and clumpy. I feel like I still want to be able to see the transition of the colours through the lashes. I don't want the lashes to cover it up, so I'm going to add quite a lot still because it's still me, but I just want it to be long and like wispy rather than thick and clumpy, which is my normal look. Okay, so that's the mascara on. I'm just going to tap a little bit of an inner corner highlight on. I'm not going to do anything too dramatic. So this is the Soph Revolution Highlight Palette, and I'm just going to go straight into this whitest, brightest shade. I'm just going to put a little bit, yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? A little bit right on that inner corner. We don't want that to blend into that cool toned eyeshadow too much, so I'm just going to keep it right there. And then onto the lips. I feel like an ombre sort of 90s dark lip liner would really go nicely with this, so that's what we're going to do. We're actually using 3 lip products. So this is the Revolution Satin Kiss lip liner in Fling. I'm just going to draw in the lips, and I am just colouring in a little bit more so on like the outer corner of the lips, just colouring that in a little bit. Then we're going in with the Revolution matte lipstick in the shade Chauffer. This is one of my all-time favourite lipsticks. Honestly, I wear this all the time, no matter the time of year, but I feel especially with this like cool toned look, this will really go. So I'll tap this over the whole lip. And then you could just leave it those 2 products, but I'm gonna go in with a third. This is the Revolution Pro New Neutrals matte lipstick in Stripped, and this is another one that is a personal favourite, and I'm just going to tap this right in the centre, and this is really cool toned, and then the liner is quite warm, so that gives me the ombre look. So I'm just squiggling over a little bit more of that liner, and that is the look done. I feel like I just need a little bit more blush, and then I think I'm done. Like, I just want a little bit more pink on the cheeks. It might be this lighting. It is really, really dark and really grey, but I think more blush is always a good thing. So that is me done. I feel like we did a few extra little steps there, but this could be really, really easily replicated with whatever you might have. You could just use your contour powder on the eye and then blend it out with something a little bit warmer, more of a bronzier tone. You could just use one lipstick and tap a little bit of concealer on the centre of the lips to get that ombre look. I feel like this is really autumnal but also really simple. Obviously these everyday makeup Monday videos, I've been doing these for quite a while, and these are all really simple looks to replicate. So if you want to see more from me, I am posting a new video every single day in October, so you can subscribe down below and you'll get a notification every time I post one of those. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here, then leave me a comment down below, introduce yourself, I'd love to say hi. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.